We've also got a fascinating men's 300 metres hurdles later, featuring Carsten Warholm and Alison dos Santos. But it is the women's 400 metres which gets the 2026 Diamond League season underway. So let's take you out to China and join your commentators, Chris Dennis and Hannah England.
Nikisha Price still holds the Jamaican national record at 48.57. She set that winning the London Diamond League back in 2024, another World Champs finalist last year. Sawa Nasa is on her season opener here. The 2019 World Champion took a brilliant bronze behind Sydney McLaughlin-Lavrone and Marilady Paulino last summer. Aaliyah Butler of United States takes lane 5. She's the Olympic and world champion in the 4x400. Very good individual athlete as well, 49.09 her best. Martina Weil of Chile had a wonderful 2025, setting 10 national records. She ended up missing the final at the World Championships by just 100th of a second. So that lifetime best, 49.72. is the national record for Chile. Stacey Ann Williams of Jamaica goes in lane 3. This is her first 400 of the season. She ran 49.59 last year at the World Championships. She's actually been dabbling in 800s, Williams. She's got down to 2:02, so I wonder if there's a bit of a shift for the Jamaican for this next stage of her career. Paris Peoples takes lane 2 in the United States. This is her 12th 400 of 2026. She has got 2 global golds in the last few months, though, indoors and at the World Relays. And the final athlete in lane 1 is Kanondra Davis of the United States. New lifetime best set in Nairobi at the Kipkeino Classic, one of the Continental Tour Gold events. That's 51.46.
Welcome to my channel. Have you ever noticed that no matter how good the competition looks, you can never count Jamaican out? That's exactly what happened once again, and these 2 races reminded the entire athletics world why Jamaicans athletics build differently. Let's watch these races and then I'll come back with more comment. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please remember to subscribe, like, and also comment.
So all 9 lanes being put to use here in the women's 400 metres. Sawa Nasa, one of the fastest women of all time, highlights this field in lane 6. Meeting record currently 49.63 for Noveline Williams-Mills, all the way back in 2006. Nasa often starts fast in her season. Let's see what she's got today. Great to see the crowds coming here to watch some of the best athletes in the world in the Shanghai Diamond League. And Sade Williams has gone off incredibly fast out in lane 9. It's quite hard if you can't see all the other athletes around you. And at the moment, Williams has pulled away from Gomez, but Aaliyah Butler being given the fastest through the halfway point here. Aaliyah Butler really asking questions here of Nasa as the stagger starts to unwind. Keep your eye on lane 6. Sawa Nasa and Aaliyah Butler inside in lane 5 with the yellow chest and the blue shorts. The American has got an absolute march on the field here. This is a tremendous run from Aaliyah Butler. I mentioned she's got relay gold medals, but she wants to be a fantastic individual performer as well. She's going to come under pressure here from Nikisha Price just in the closing meters. 49.75. That's a brilliant starting time for these athletes at this point in the season. And Nikisha Price so often goes tearing off and is then vulnerable in the last 100 metres. But here in 2026, I think the American has flipped her tactics and they've paid off here.
Well, what a race that was, and what a finish from Nikisha Price, who was just eating into Butler's lead metre by metre in the closing stages, and it was a photo finish. It didn't take long for the photo to come out with an official result. Price has been given it 49.75. The big surprise and disappointment really is Salwa Eid Nasser. We're just, as you mentioned in commentary, so used to seeing her start the season really with a flyer, and she was nowhere. Well down the field, Butler. And that was the difference in the end. Picked off on the line.
It was so well judged from Nikisha Price, and I mentioned that she's supremely talented, sub-49 athlete, made that final in Tokyo, but to have a different way of running that as well, from what I normally see from Nikisha Price, was interesting and was impressive. People forget about the tactics in 400. You have to pace yourself absolutely perfectly, and Aaliyah Butler, it was brave and she held on pretty well, but Nikisha Price just with a superior finishing last 50 metres there to take the win by a tiny margin in the end, by just 300ths. A good third for Gomez as well, putting Cuba up on the top 3 in the very opening event.
.338.09, the championship record set in 2009 by Jamaica. Very much so. In lane number 6, they have Amaris Munia on the opening leg. Grenada on the inside in lane number 1. Looks like Amaya Chandler who is leading off for them.
On your marks.
The Bahamas in 2.
We did see Heidel going under 334 earlier this year, champs. But that team, of course, not entirely under 17.
Off they go. 4x4 final for under 17 girls. Grenada, Bahamas, St. Lucia, Barbados, Jamaica, Bermuda, Trinidad and Tobago, and Turks and Caicos Islands. The Jamaicans have gone out well. Britannia Bailey on the opening leg for them. She flies through 200 meters. Trinidad and Tobago moving well in lane number 7 too. Jamaica and Trinidad and Tobago showing best of all as they go through 300 on this first leg. Barbados, Bahamas and Bermuda all battling for the bronze medal. Still early days in this final. Trinidad and Tobago and Jamaica. Trinidad and Tobago just behind Jamaica. And the Jamaicans fly away on the second leg with the 400 champion Nastasia Fletcher. Won the 400 hurdles as well. Double champion here at Carifta. Bahamas going really well on this second leg.
Alexis Roberts there for the Bahamas.
Well, she is well behind Nastasia Fletcher and Jamaica at this stage. Alexis Roberts in the 200 final for Bahamas.
Dania Skeet as well, making up ground for Barbados.
Jamaica well clear. Bahamas right there with them. A fine race ensuing here. I think it's Kevin Gay Fowler, the 800 champion, is it, who is on this leg for Jamaica, but the Bahamians flying.
Jasmine Thompson takes over the lead.
200 meters to go on this leg.
At least momentarily.
The Jamaicans open the gap once again.
Battle on for third place as well. Trinidad and Tobago joining Barbados.
Jamaica in front.
Hand over to Trisha Lee Sutherland.
Sutherland in the 400 final for under 17 girls. Here she is anchoring her country, and even with 200 meters to go, it looks as if it will be gold. The Bahamas in second position, Trinidad and Tobago in third. They are setting up well for their hosting of Carifta, Trinidad and Tobago, but Jamaica dominant again. They want to sweep the 4x4 relays. They didn't do it at 4x1. And this is a fabulous way to start. They won't get the record. Trisha Lee Sutherland, though, well clear of the rest. Jamaica win gold in the under 17 girls 4x4s. Hands aloft, Bahamas silver, and it's Barbados with the bronze. Trinidad and Tobago finishing in fourth.
Fine race from the Bajans. They were well tested by Trinidad and Tobago for that bronze medal, managing to pull it out, but up front, of course.
Welcome once again. Let's start with the Diamond League. At one point, it looked like the race belonged to Americans Aliyah Butler. She was running confidently and appeared to have everything under control. Many people watching probably thought the result was already decided. But then came Nikisha Price. Instead of panicking or chasing too early, she stayed patient. She trusted her rhythm. She stayed relaxed and waited for the perfect moment to make her move. And when she finally shifted gear, it was something special. She powered past Butler with incredible strength and determination, crossing the finish line in spectacular fashion. That is one of the things that makes Jamaican athletics so dangerous. They never stop fighting until the race is truly over. You simply cannot celebrate too early against Jamaica. That victory wasn't just about speed. It was about experience, confidence, race intelligence, and believing in yourself even when things don't look perfect. Moments like these are why fans around the world respect Jamaican's track and field so much. But the excitement didn't stop there. The spotlight then shifted to the Carifta Games, where Jamaican's youngsters stepped on the track for the under 17 girls 4x400 meters relay. And wow, what a performance! These young athletes didn't just run to win. They ran with confidence, teamwork, and the kind of composure you would expect from experienced professionals. Every baton exchange looked smooth. Every runner gave everything she had, and by the time the final leg arrived, Jamaica had completely taken control. Watching these younger girls compete with so much heart was honestly inspiring. It reminded everyone that Jamaica isn't just producing champions today. They are already developing the champions of tomorrow. That's what makes Jamaicans so unique. While other countries focus on the current generation, Jamaica somehow keeps producing waves after waves of the world-class talent. One generation retires, another one immediately steps forward. It's almost like the production line never stops. When you look back at the legends, Jamaica has produced and then watch these young athletes today. It's hard not to get excited about the future. The talent is there, the confidence is there, and perhaps most importantly, the winning mentality is already there. That is something you simply can't teach overnight. These athletes grow up surrounded by excellence. They grow up watching champions represent their country on the biggest stages, and naturally, they believe they can do the same. That belief shows in both of the race. Nikisha Price refused to give up against world competition. The under-17 relay teams refused to be intimidated by the pressure. Different competitions, different generations, but exactly the same Jamaicans fighting sprint. That's what stood out to be the most. These performances sent a clear message to the rest of the athletic world. Never underestimate Jamaica. No matter who is on the track, no matter who the race starts, Jamaican athletics always seems capable of finding another gears when it matters most. And that is exactly why they continue to be one of the most feared nation in track and field. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you believe Jamaica is still the most dangerous country in the world athletics? Or do you think another nation is starting to close the gap? Drop your thoughts down in the comment below, and I would like to hear your opinion. If you enjoyed this reaction, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss another reaction covering Jamaican athletics and all the biggest moments from around the world. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.